What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Ball Game podcast. Week 7 is here. Have no fear. I'm Chris.
I'm Tom.
I'm Matt.
I'm Pete.
Fantasy football start sits for week 7. That was smooth little intro.
Right
Shout
down
out
the
to you
line,
guys
right
right
down
down
the
the line. That was good. That was
Oh,
good.
yeah, brother.
Week 6 start. Week 7 start sits. The Broncos-Saints Thursday night football game is on. Bo Nix currently has 6 rushes for 35 yards, so I hope you guys started Bo Nix. No housekeeping because Dean isn't here. We don't have to have a 20-minute conversation about the Jets. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
We could just get right into it. Starting at the quarterback, my start of the week at the quarterback position is Drake May. Coming off his first career start, already a top 12 quarterback performance, and he gets to go up against that Jaguars defense. That is putrid. They are allowing the most fantasy points to quarterbacks, the second most points per game, and the most passing yards per game in the NFL. It's easy. If you got Drake May off waivers last week before his first start, you keep him in that lineup and you start him and you hope for good things.
Showed a lot of good flashes, man.
You look good.
He looked
Yeah, he really
real good.
Three tugs in his debut.
Look, all you can ask for is just the flash.
Show me something.
Show me something.
That's it. Show me something we can. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
They got the card on the field.
Oh, no.
Paulson and Debo.
Paulson and Debo. Damn.
They're pumping him.
Put it on
It's
a
an
boot.
aircast.
Bro, but imagine his
an
hand was just a
aircast.
little bit like to the left. He was just like
They're
fucking stroking
fucking
him.
pumping this dude, bro. Prayers to Paulson
right,
and Debo, man. That's not good. Not the aircast.
Yeah, you never want to see that. My start of the week is the Red Rocket, Andy Dalton, going up against that Commanders secondary. Listen, it's not just the Commanders secondary that's not very good. This Panthers defense is fucking awful. This game could turn into a shootout. Andy Dalton, we know he can go out there and throw for 303. If you got to stream a quarterback or you got one of the guys we tell you to sit, throw the Red Rocket out there. He won't let you down.
Andy Dalton was definitely my second option here.
Yeah.
I actually had him written down first, but I was like, I'd rather Drake May.
Yeah,
but
it's a sexier pick.
Andy Dalton was a good shout for sure.
Yeah, I decided to go with Geno Smith for this week. I think the big touchdown games is coming. It's in the books. And I think on Twitter, his stat differential in domes and not in domes is starting to make the rounds. Geno Smith is also a Jared Goff dome merchant. So I think this is going to be a big game for him against Atlanta, in the dome. I'm expecting Geno to have a couple touchdowns at bare minimum. And I think he's a big time start.
Yeah, so for me this week, I'm going Jaden Daniels. I was really debating whether going with that or Josh Allen, being that, of course, we got Amari Cooper this week. But Josh Allen's versus the Titans. I'm a little bit more confident about Jaden Daniels versus the Panthers. So give me the guy who's going 22 points per week on average versus the Panthers.
100%. Send it back where you sit, Pete.
Hell yeah. And so for running back this week, I'm going to...
Well, no, sorry,
quarterback
quarterback.
sit.
Sit your quarterback. you sit.
Yeah.
I'm sitting Josh Allen for this week. I think the Titans are...
For context, he has Daniels and Josh on the same team.
So he's doing exactly
Right, he's
this.
literally doing this. Yeah,
literally doing
Because some of you might be like, "Oh, that's obvious," like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Pete's dilemma.
So
Real life
every,
experience.
right, yeah.
Every week I'm having
nuts.
every week I'm having the issue of starting Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels. So for
No
that
issue.
reason,
Just start Jaden every time.
it's good old reliable.
Every time.
I mean, of course, Josh Allen's got I feel like a little bit of a higher ceiling. But if I'm going to have to pick between the two for this week, I'm 100% going Jaden Daniels.
Especially because we don't even know if Amari Cooper's playing yet, which is a big thing. He practiced a little bit today. Sean McDermott said it's still up in the air, so we don't even know if his new toy is going to be out
100%.
there. So.
And there's nothing built there yet.
Yep.
He's gonna play. He's gonna play with him every Sunday.
How
He's
much
gonna
we
play
think
with him.
Josh is gonna play with that new toy?
Oh, he can't
So
keep.
much,
he won't be
bro.
able to keep his hands off.
Amari Cooper, you know what? This is a fantasy show. We did a whole breakdown of the trade, but let's talk fantasy real quick. Before we move on, what are the expectations for Amari Cooper fantasy football wise? Being that I just traded for him,
And I just traded him away.
I want to know what you guys think I'm
you
getting.
did the right thing because you're tanking.
Right, my team
Rest
failing.
of season, I honestly think Amari Cooper should be considered as a low end wide receiver one.
agree.
in
I'd say high
fantasy
end 2,
football.
low end 1. Yeah,
I think high end 2, low end 1, because obviously we haven't seen anything.
Right, and there is still that like scare where
Yes.
like he could just not be as good as we all
Yeah.
think he is, but I know we all agree that he's still a fucking beast.
Troy
so-
Florida
Franklin's
ceiling is way
eating,
too high.
bro.
I tried to tell y'all about Troy Franklin. Nobody wants to fucking listen to me. I
Oh.
don't miss on my dynasty picks. I do
All
not
right.
miss.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think I'm not gonna lie, like obviously for the total season, it's not gonna be his best year given that he
now
was
on, yeah.
playing with number 4 in Cleveland.
Yes.
This might be the best Amari Cooper we see for fantasy football. Just
Could be.
he's playing with the best
What
quarterback
is his
he's played
highest
with.
finish?
I think so.
Last year,
Last
no?
year, 7.
Fucking
Last year was the best
Really
year of
was
his
the best year
career.
of
I
his
don't know if
career.
it was
Best
his
year of his
best
career, but I don't know if
fantasy
it was his
year,
best
but
fantasy.
yeah.
Finish.
Yeah, no, I think
He finished 20 last year.
okay. He's definitely
he
finished
missed the
high.
game, or I think
He
he
finished-
missed 2 games.
Yeah, he finished 10 twice.
Yeah.
Missed 2 games and finished 10 twice.
So I ask because, like I've probably said on the pod a few times, but you guys know me and Joe Cruz have a little bit of a rivalry going in this dynasty league that I traded for Amari Cooper. We had probably an hour going today of shit talking each other, so we made a side bet. Only $20. He recently traded for AJ Brown. I traded for Amari Cooper. So the side bet is from this point forward, Amari Cooper will have more total fantasy points than AJ Brown.
That's
Wow,
crazy.
that's bold.
Wow.
Wow.
So
But
wait, if he doesn't play this week,
starts next
pushes
week.
next week.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Fair enough.
And no injury clause or any of that bullshit. The bet's a bet.
Bet's bet.
Bet's a bet.
I don't
It's
hate
probably
it.
not going to happen.
I think you lose that probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I had to talk
I
my
admire the
shit.
confidence.
But
yeah.
like I said, I mean, we remember what Diggs was doing with Josh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, because at first Joe Cruz was talking shit, so then I said that, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it." I said exactly because you know, and then he was like, "All right, well, I'll do a bet with you." So,
that's the only reason I say low end wide receiver 1. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Like, so I guess that's just the safe way of looking at it. But the
right.
ceiling is top 7.
This is Sutton's time, baby.
all right, your quarterback sit of the week, Matty J.
My quarterback sit of the week. Shout out my boy Jason Pickles. It's Kyler Murray. I'm sitting Kyler Murray because surprisingly enough, Javonte Williams gets in the end zone. The Chargers have the best defense in the NFL so far through 6 weeks. They had a bye week, so they've only played 5 games. But so far to this point in the season, the Chargers have had one of, if not the best defenses in the entire NFL. They are 6th best against quarterbacks, and they have given up the 9th fewest rushing yards to opposing quarterbacks as well. Kyler Murray has been super iffy all year. Has not looked good, especially the last couple weeks or so. I would prefer to sit him this week.
Yo, I got Javonte Williams starting for one of my teams.
go.
Let's go, baby.
go,
Come
baby.
on. He's 1 point away from his season high already.
He's 1
He's
point
been
away.
decent though.
He's had some.
He's
decent
gotten
weeks.
a
He
lot
just
better,
hasn't
yeah.
Got this is his first touchdown on the year. I'm pretty
Are
sure.
you serious? No, he
Yeah,
scored a
that's his first
this
touchdown
year.
on the year.
Wow,
Yeah,
The Broncos don't
nuts.
score
he's
touchdowns.
the RB1 on the week.
nice. Let's go.
Um,
Alvin Kamara, who?
I was just looking up if Minnesota plays in a dome because I was between 2 quarterbacks, and
Jared.
Jared's one of them. Yeah, Jared's up there for sure. But the worry there is like can't really run on the Vikings, but the Lions can run on anyone. I'm gonna go with Brock Purdy against the Chiefs. Chiefs defense is just stifling at times, and Brock Purdy loves to have his running backs back there. I don't know if Mason's playing.
He,
Think he was
was
limited?
a limited practice.
Yeah, so if he doesn't play and they can't,
they're saying
has to miss a
they're
game.
saying he
Yeah.
should play.
Debo was limited, but he should play. And if he doesn't get 100% of Debo, Brock Purdy is at his best when everyone else is at their best. So I'm gonna hesitate on Brock Purdy this week.
Yeah, they're saying barring no setback, Jordan Mason should
Yeah.
play.
AC
but
joint sprain is crazy to play the first game.
my sit of the week, I'm running it back. He was Dean's sit of the week last week, and I hope everyone sat him because he did not even fucking play. But it's Anthony Richardson. And sure, I have a stat here. The Dolphins allow the fewest fantasy points to quarterbacks. That's right. My Dolphins defense holding those fantasy quarterbacks.
Because ain't nobody got to throw on them.
Exactly. And the other thing that goes into this is Anthony Richardson's just fucking ass. He sucks. He's not a good quarterback. Like, it's that simple.
It's up there. Yeah.
Like, if I had him, I'm sitting him until he gives me a reason to put him in my lineup.
I
It's-
completely agree.
it's
I
that
have
simple.
him in one league, and I also have Justin Fields, so I've just been rocking with Fields. But now that whole fucking fiasco is going down, so now I probably have to drop Justin
Did
Fields.
you pick someone up?
I have to, yeah.
So since this is a
I
fantasy
probably gotta pick up the Red
show,
Rocket.
what would our dynasty outlook from this point forward be of Anthony Richardson?
Well,
Serious
you ask Antonio, he thinks very highly of him.
Serious question, because like
I don't really have one. I don't know. He doesn't look like a good NFL quarterback. He has rushing upside, sure. Any week he could score a rushing touchdown or two, he could, like, for how ass he is, every week he starts, he has quarterback 1 overall upside,
yes,
which
agreed.
is valuable. But if I had
How
him in,
long is
if,
the leash?
if
That's
I
the
had him in
problem.
Dynasty, I'm concerned.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm very
for
concerned.
sure.
And you can't trade him right now.
no,
I mean, Dean offered, because I put Jaden Daniels on the block in our league just to see what I could get. Dean offered me Anthony Richardson and a 27 first. I declined it without hesitation. Like, didn't
I
even think.
definitely
Very
tried,
close,
Tom.
yeah.
I tried to get Jaden Daniels. It did not work. Chris did not want to make a
Yeah.
trade.
I just put him up just to see if I could get someone.
I didn't
send some
offer a bad
outlandish.
deal though.
It wasn't a bad
Wasn't
deal.
a terrible deal.
What was it? You said Trev
Rice
Rice
and a
one?
first,
Yeah, not
yeah.
a bad deal at all. But
Yeah, that's a solid deal.
So-
Not terrible.
Cruz put him up for like jokes the other day, but he was texting me about Amari Cooper, and I was like, hey, if you want to do some sort of Josh for Jaden swap, like I'm here for it. He's like, nah, Jaden's untouchable. He's the best. I was like, can't argue with that.
He
But
really is.
yeah, Anthony Richardson, not good at football. They should be starting Joe Flacco. It doesn't make sense. To me, but okay.
Yeah. Who's your running back start of the week?
my running back start of the week, it's J.K. Dobbins. I mean, this man has just been incredible this year. He's going against the Cardinals. They allow the 8th most points to fantasy running backs. They're allowing 153 rushing yards per game as a team, which is the 4th most in the NFL. And J.K. Dobbins this year, just some fun stats. He's averaging 5.4 yards per carry, and he has 12 rushes of 10-plus yards, which both of those stats rank 3rd amongst running backs with 59 or more carries this year.
59.
It was, on PFF when it says the percent of
50%
snaps, it was
of-
50%, and I just looked, the lowest guy on that list was 59 carries. So I
Got
could
it.
have just said 60 carries, but 59 carries. But J.K. Dobbins has been incredible. He's getting a bell cow workload, and the Cardinals defense is pretty
Terrible.
Pretty ass.
allows running backs to eat.
Bad. No, the word is bad. It's
Yeah.
okay. My running back start of the week is Najee Harris, who Najee Harris is
He's here, bro.
he's here.
Let Najee
He
cook,
broke
man.
out.
The thing
last
about
week.
Najee is like, you hate it. That man's an RB2. He's just going to be an RB2 for the rest of the season, and it's a fact. But no, Ray Davis just went for 20 for 97 on the ground and 3 for 55 through the air on this Jets defense. And the Jets rank, I think, 7th against running backs right now. Yeah, 7th in fewest points given up to running backs, but haven't played many great run games. Artie Smith knows how to run the damn football. Najee Harris looked really good last season. Looked really good last week. And this Jets run defense isn't that great. So, yeah, I'm starting Najee Harris.
He really did have a good week last week.
He
looked awesome.
looked good.
He needed that
moving.
more than anyone. Like,
Yes.
he needed a good week more than
Yes.
anyone in the NFL.
He's
So,
moving.
Yeah, if I had Najee, I'm starting him with confidence. And hopefully for Najee, the player, he builds off last week and kind of continues this. Because I agree, the Jets defense, for as great as everyone thinks they are in theory, they have not been good against the run. So this is a game where Najee should eat.
I agree. And this guy should eat as well. My start of the week is Austin Eckler. And the reason being, you could start anybody and everybody against the Carolina Panthers, and I promise you they're going to do something. So the Panthers on average give up about 34 points per game to opposing running backs in total. And not only that, they're the only team to allow more than 10 rushing touchdowns to this point in the season. And not only have they allowed more than 10, they've allowed 12. No other team has more than 8.
6 weeks into the season? No, that's really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
So everybody eats against the Carolina Panthers, and I expect Austin Eckler to do the same.
I definitely like that.
Miss Allen.
But I feel like there's one that we missed here. This week, I am 100% starting Saquon Barkley. Going against the New York Giants.
God damn it, Pete.
Sorry to do it to you. I am starting that man. And
Yeah, that's
play.
good advice.
Good play.
I never thought of that.
no,
Wasn't going to start him this week.
was that a bad one or?
It's too obvious.
Look,
That's the problem.
yeah,
because
see,
nobody's sitting Saquon.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
but I'm
that's
starting
your
him.
play of the week.
But I
Yeah,
mean, he
that's
is.
fine,
Yeah,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you know what? This kind of
I
transitions.
just traded for him in one league, by the way.
Very nice. Exactly. So yeah, people do fucking sit him. You just traded him.
What?
No, they don't sit him. They trade him. Anyway, sorry, brother.
Excuse me, brother.
Transitioning into my sit for this week. This is going to be controversial. Holy shit, Rattler. Just
yo, Spencer's
God.
got wheels, man.
He is good. Yeah, he's
dude, I took him
decent.
for 40 rushing yards, and that just cashed.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, on God, I did. Yeah,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
beautiful thing.
That's insane.
Beautiful
Continue.
thing.
Good for you.
Tom, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I am sitting Najee Harris this week.
Yo, I was wondering if that was
personally-
gonna happen.
look,
like,
This is
My-
the
look,
second time.
wow,
Look,
let's see.
my
it.
guy Najee
The Jets fan, of course.
Najee Harris going against the Jets this week. I would not take any running back going against my New York Jets. I'm a naive, biased Jets fan. Sorry for that. But a better point to that is I don't necessarily want a guy, which Chris did say, I don't want a guy on my team that needs a good week. Like,
Well, he had the good week.
he had the good week, but I don't want to sweat a guy that he needed a good week for a long time and he just had one. I'm not going to start him the next week because he had one good week. And I don't want to have to worry about that. So for that reason, I'm sitting Najee
You
Harris.
want to put something on it?
I'm so sorry.
And for that reason,
You want,
I'm
wait,
out.
hold on. You want to put something on it? $10 he goes over his projection?
What's his projection?
His projection is 10.6.
10.6 what? Fantasy points?
Yep.
No cheeseburgers. Like
I mean,
what?
maybe it was rushing yards. 10 rushing yards. No. Real shit. I don't think 10 points is a lot, but a guy like that should be doing at least 15 every single week. I think he gets 10, but I don't know if he even touches 15 to 20 like he did last week.
So meet in the middle.
That's
12.5.
12.5.
12.5, 15 would be
12.5.
meeting in the middle of what I just said.
What you said?
You said 15.
I said from 15 to 20. I said I would expect him to get maybe 15, but not 20.
All right.
So
how about
15
this?
would be my
Are
projection.
we negotiating a deal here?
15 would be my projection at most, but
Do you think he finishes the week as a top 24 running back?
top 24?
RB2. Ah, fuck it. We'll
Interesting.
revisit it later. It's all right.
Cut it to like
We'll
our
revisit this after.
top 18 running back.
I don't know. Like
Top 18 running back.
I'll go.
Do you
I'll go
both
points
like
projected.
that?
I'll go. I don't think he gets over 15 points projected.
He's not projected 15 points.
No. I don't think he gets over 15 points this week. I don't think he gets over 50 points. Would you take that or no? You think he gets
15's a
over
lot. I mean,
15?
15's a lot. 15's a
15's a lot.
15's a lot.
That's ridiculous.
But why
RB
would-
18 on the week.
No, I want to do 15 or over.
We'll revisit it later. Go
15
ahead.
points would make him a top 18.
Yeah, come back
Yeah,
later.
we'll come
All
back
right.
to it.
My running back set of the week is James Cook. Yeah, I know. You're probably not sitting James Cook. I'm just telling you, I'm warning you that James Cook may not have a great week this week. He's coming off an injury. Tennessee allows just Jesus. Tennessee allows just 3.5 yards per carry to opposing running backs. They've allowed only one rushing touchdown this season, and they've given up the 5th fewest targets to opposing running backs. So do not start James Cook this week. In my personal opinion, I think he has a down week.
So I thought about it.
If you have the option to not
I
start
thought
James
about
Cook.
James Cook, and I saw similar stats to what you just said, and I really thought about it, and then I said, fuck all them stats. The Bills are probably going to win by 30 plus and just be able to run the ball all game. That's my concern.
Problem is,
Yeah.
Tennessee just keeps it close with everybody.
yeah, but
Because
the
their
Bills,
defense is damn good. Do you see what Jerry Sneed getting torched on Twitter by everybody
Shout
right
out
now?
Joel Moran for that breakdown.
Moran gave
New
the breakdown,
series,
a few other-
reacting to off-season moves. Shout out Joel for that. But yeah,
I hope they
what's up
stick to
with
those,
that,
bro, by the way, because
Yeah,
like
no, I
whenever
like
they start
watching.
something.
Yeah, no, I like watching them. Shout out to Pick a Side guys.
Shout out to
Doing-
Pick a
Side
doing
guys
good
for
stuff.
real.
Oh, yeah.
Good shit. But yeah, I saw
Riv
that.
Academy, bro.
Yeah, he's been consistent with Riv Academy.
Is he
for a
back?
few weeks. Yeah, he's been doing like team previews and stuff. He's been good, bro.
Let's go, Riv.
Respect River Brown, man.
Let's go,
Respect him,
Riv.
Respect
Hell
him.
yeah.
But no, yeah, I did see that. What's going? I love what Jerry's.
What is he just getting cooked?
He is actually the worst rated corner on PFF
And like,
right now.
like
and
Joel did like a film breakdown. Like it's
He just
not
looks
even. It's
uninterested.
not even just getting burned. Like he's like just missing a like zone assignments and shit like that. Like he looks like he has no idea what he's doing.
He
So he
looks
was
more like
a Spags merchant?
I don't even know about that. I just think he doesn't give a fuck about being in Tennessee.
yeah, bro.
I mean,
got
then
his
why'd you sign the
bag.
contract? But
Yeah.
Made his bag.
Yeah, but whatever. My running back sit of the week
Yeah,
is all of the Tampa Bay running backs. I saw a good amount of people were
Oh.
Bucky.
Bucky,
Yeah, it's a bad matchup. It's a
bad matchup. Rashad White's back this week, and the word from Todd Bowles is that it'll be a three-headed monster.
That's
all three of them,
horrific.
Bucky Irving, Sean Tucker, and a hell of a game last week, by the way, and Rashad White will all be in the mix.
You said a three-headed monster.
A three-headed, like...
You know those memes where it's
a
like the
three-headed,
dragons, where it's like two like intimidating dragons, and then the one.
It's like a three-headed garden snake.
Yeah, the
like
one
that's
silly
Rashad.
one is
Yes.
Rashad White.
Right.
That's Rashad.
Yeah,
It's bad.
I mean-
It's bad.
Good use of words. Chris.
Yeah, I
But-
mean, no, them saying that they're gonna go with the hot hand after pretty much adding a third guy to the mix is concerning for all three guys.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
fantasy
yeah.
wise, it's I agree with you. I'm just trolling about Bucky, but they're all bad starts this week. Like,
Yeah, against a tough Ravens defense.
yeah. Is Rashad White playing?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Because I know he
double check,
obviously
but-
he didn't
Yeah,
play
I don't
last
even
week.
know,
I
yeah.
didn't know if
No, he didn't play last
But my
Been
thing
back.
is, like, you just witnessed that your two young backs
Limited
like,
Thursday, so he might not. Even then, I still wouldn't start.
look
either of them.
awesome. Why would and Rashad White's been nothing but fucking ass.
You know why, bro? Because not only is he a great pass catcher,
he's a great pass protector.
great
yes.
in pass pro, and we're seeing how important that is for guys getting on. Look at Tank Bigsby,
No,
the most
I know.
explosive running back in the NFL, but he can't get on the field because they don't trust him in pass pro.
Yeah.
Like that. That shit's super. It doesn't give you fantasy points when they're
Zach Moss,
out
too.
there blocking. Right, Chase Brown.
Yeah.
They don't.
No. Yeah, I agree.
They don't
I
trust
agree.
Chase.
Yeah.
Chase Brown.
They do not trust
Chase
him in
Brown
pass
is probably a better pass catcher than Zach Moss out
Yeah.
of the backfield, but Zach Moss is just clearly
Better pass
superior in
protector,
pass
yeah.
pro, and that shit will get you on the field. Todd Bowles has shown for years now, like he trusts Rashad White in pass pro,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
that's
But he's
his
just
value. I
he's
agree.
Just so bad, bro. Giving him the football is actually like always a negative.
No, I
Asking
mean,
to lose yards.
We've talked
Yes.
about it for years, even dating back to the Tom Brady era. Like the Buccaneers have struggled, and that was probably the best running game they've had in
Yeah.
6 years.
Yes,
Like
yes.
honestly, like
Lenny.
Like it was even with Lenny though. It was
But
like
nah,
3
Lenny had
yards
his games
per-
in the playoffs.
In the
but that was
playoffs, yeah,
Playoff Lenny
but
was obviously
in the
Yeah.
like he was still averaging like 3 yards.
3
per
yards and a
carry.
cloud
Like,
of
the Bucs
dust,
haven't
baby.
had a run game in years and years.
it's
So yeah,
crazy.
I agree. It was probably their best running game of the past 6 years. So like Sean Tucker and Bucky Irving earned work over Rashad White.
sure, yeah.
It's just I agree. I'm sitting all of them until. It's not gonna
Someone
be
rises above the
Yeah,
pack
it's
at
not gonna
least,
be
yeah.
a three-headed monster for the rest of the year. Like
Yeah.
someone's gonna be the odd man out.
Right.
I still think it might be Sean Tucker. Like that might have just been a
Yeah.
fluky 1 week wonder game, So yeah, I'm sitting all of them till
He
we
has the
figure
build
it out.
of a good pass pro back though.
Yeah,
Yeah, big guy, big boy.
my sit of the week, and I'm starting him in our dynasty because I have no choice. Actually, I moved him to the bench. Let me just double
Is it
check.
Tyson? No, right?
I moved him to the bench for no, I didn't move him to the bench. Not this week. Because I set my lineup for week 11 versus Show Cruz, obviously.
My bad.
That's another story. But my sit of the week is going to be Jordan Mason. And again, I
was thinking
may
going
regret
there.
saying this because he could burn me if he plays, but he's coming off an injury. And I do expect him to play. All the reports I've read is, again, barring setback, he should play. But Isaac Guerrendo looked so good last week that it's kind of like there's no reason to force feed Jordan Mason like they have been for all year. If Guerrendo is going to be decent like he was last week in the end against Seattle, and their offense is just moving the way it's been moving, again, this is versus the Chiefs, so they might really need Mason, but I just think coming off an injury, he's not going to be force-fed the way he was all year, even if he is a full participant in the game. So I think it's going to be lower volume for him this weekend. He's like most fantasy players. He's going to be very touchdown dependent this week. So if he doesn't get in, he might be like a 4-point player this week. You know what I mean? So sitting Jordan Mason. Oh man, my phone picked up all. It's still going. Stop.
It just narrated all that.
Yeah. Stop. Okay. No. No. My wide receiver start of the week is none other than my twin, Deontay Johnson.
See
It
the
just
resemblance?
has to be.
Oh
I
man.
see it
See the
too.
resemblance?
It just
definitely
has
do.
to be Deontay Johnson. I'm
beard.
starting him over
Complexion.
T. Higgins.
Yes.
Who the hell?
You're starting over T. Higgins?
Who the hell names their kid T?
The dreads.
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
names
yeah.
their kid
You know what, bro? When I'm
T?
starting my fantasy lineups, I think about that too.
What the fuck type of name is T?
That name, bro.
It's Aura.
Not starting him.
Aura.
No,
No,
Aura.
but I mean,
funny.
I tell you guys once a week. Like I've been in this dilemma since the start of the since T. Higgins came back from injury of who the hell do I start, Deontay Johnson or T. Higgins, and I've been wrong every single week. It didn't matter
So
last week because my team still put up 180, but Deontay Johnson and T had a good week. Deontay Johnson was just better in fantasy. It didn't matter for me. I still won, thank gosh. But it's Deontay Johnson this week, and it's simple. He's going up against the worst starting cornerback in all of football, Benjamin St-Juste.
Yeah, that's him.
There's no one worse than him. He's a test dummy for Deontay Johnson.
Yep.
What did LeBron say? I was out there trying right shoulder bump fades. I'm not even a right shoulder bump fade kind of guy. That's going to be Deontay Johnson this week. He's just going to be out there trying shit.
I was
on
out there
Benjamin
running
St-Juste.
post routes. I'm not a post route kind
Bro,
of
he's
guy.
not
you
a
know?
post route kind of guy. He's just going to be trying shit, bro. It's Deontay Johnson this week. It has to
I
be.
was trying OBJ catches. I don't know.
It has to be, bro. It just he's actually gonna cook him. Like it's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be.
Benjamin St-Juste has probably had the most rough film sessions of
Bro, he is
anyone in
the
football.
worst. Like I don't care what PFF is gonna say because it might not be that bad on PFF. Watch the film. Benjamin St-Juste is the worst starting cornerback in football. It's not even close for me, honestly. He sucks.
Horrible.
So
Throw it to court.
Deontay Johnson's gonna have a field day. All right, good.
All right. So, my start of the week, Chris, goes hand in hand with one of your starts of the week. It's Demario Douglas going up against that weak Jacksonville
Wow.
secondary. I got to start him in Dynasty.
Our quarterback and receiver start.
stack, yeah.
We both just the reverse. 'cause
Hell
you have
yeah.
Andy Dalton as your quarterback.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
They go hand
Pop
in hand.
Douglas.
Pop Douglas is coming up.
Man.
Dude,
Yo,
back-to-back weeks, 9 targets. He had a monster week last week, put up 23 and 11 the week before that. I'm just saying, it's rough out here. Injuries, bye weeks. You need somebody. Pop Douglas he's a safety blanket. He's a rookie quarterback.
He's like a Wando.
He's right. He's great for a rookie quarterback, and that's what I like about him. And against a terrible Jacksonville secondary, I think it's a good play.
yeah. He has that thing I always talk about with Garrett Wilson, just that twitchiness.
Yes.
too,
He's a good player.
Pop Douglas. He
Yeah.
can move really well. He's good. He's good.
They're set up with 2 weapons that'll be really good when they finally get their one, in my personal opinion, with
Yeah.
Polk and
Maybe
Pop,
the one's
so.
Siobhan Baker, Spencer James.
I mean, shit,
Jalen
maybe,
Polk?
but I don't think so. But Cortland's
Jalen
fine.
Polk's fit.
Whoa, what are we doing? Is that honey? Honey?
What was that, Bo?
Honey Badger
Oh,
probably
where
had
the
no
fuck
idea
that was
one
coming
could
through?
throw
Yeah.
all that bad.
Where the fuck was that going?
Who did he throw to?
Honey Badger's does he know I'm not on his
Good
team?
Lord.
But yeah, shout out Pop Douglas. for
Shout out Pop
sure.
Douglas.
Good-
Pop
good
Douglas
play.
started the
Good
week, baby.
play.
Let's see.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Bro, that's right between.
Was that for Sutton?
Both receivers
And he
are
just
going.
underthrew it, or
That's
was it
nuts.
over?
I don't know. That's what I mean. It's right in between both of them. Both players.
That's
Maybe he
brutal.
was throwing to Tyrann Matthew.
Maybe he was. Yeah. He was
Honestly.
just you know what? Let's see. This guy's got no fucking hands.
Saves clock a little bit.
My
Come on.
wide receiver start of the week is Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison, you can't run on the Lions. It's just that simple. But you can definitely throw on them. This is going to be a high-scoring game. The Vikings have one of the worst pass defenses. He's not going up against himself. The Lions have one of the worst passing defenses because their run defense is just so goddamn good. Better start Jordan Addison. A lot of points.
Yeah. That was easily when
Yeah.
we said we were doing starts and sits of the week. I was the first thing I thought of. I went and looked at my lineups and I was like, oh, I'm starting Jordan Addison everywhere. Especially no Hutch, so Sammy might have all day back there to throw. And
Yeah.
Addison he's got a knock for the end zone too in big plays. So
I
No
bet
brainer.
real life scenario. Who you starting? Pick one. Wandale Robinson, Jordan Addison, or James Conner.
who's Connor playing?
Jordan
Probably
Addison.
Addison.
The Chargers.
Jordan
Yeah,
Addison.
Addison.
Jordan
Comfortably.
Addison. Yeah.
No Wandale.
No Wandale.
No.
I love Wando. He's guaranteed 10 every week, but
Yeah, but Andrew's out now.
I'm taking
Yeah, I'll
Addison.
throw Addison in there. I'll try
It
to
also
get-
all depends on what you need. Do you need the upside or do you need
My lineup
think
this
it
week
does.
is Josh Allen, AJ Brown, Jordan Addison, J.K. Dobbins, Devon Achane, Kyle Pitts, Deontay Johnson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Nah, you could use the upside.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Go for
All
Addison.
right, let's get it.
Mhm.
Man, I have Javonte Williams on my bench here, bro. This team's so good.
Yeah.
I still have Rasheed Rice on the IR coming along for the ride, bro.
Yeah, me too. I haven't dropped
Not
him anywhere.
dropping him. No
I
That
haven't
was
way.
my
dropped him
BTB team. Or no, my pigskin team. Rasheed Rice.
I refuse to.
Not
play.
dropped
ruined
him.
it for me.
You dropped him?
Nah,
Not dropped
I
him.
didn't drop
do
him.
it.
I left him on my IR.
Yeah, you got to bring him along for the ride.
he is.
100%.
He is along for the ride. Who's your wide receiver start of the week? Tell me it's
So,
Justin Jefferson.
This week we are starting Jacoby Myers.
Good play. Good play. Good
Yes,
play.
sir.
Good play.
Yeah.
Looking at that team, we're gonna have a lot more targets in without Devontae Adams. There's
yeah.
a lot of juice here. Running back position, we do not know what the fuck is going on there, so there's nothing there in the offense. We have Aiden O'Connell throwing the ball.
You got
which is
Alexander
a little-
Madison out there. It's rough.
Yeah, and we got Aiden O'Connell
Rock.
throwing the ball, which is definitely a little bit scary, but I'll still I like my odds. The only other person who can really throw there is obviously Brock Bowers, but at the end of the day,
Brock Bowers could throw.
no, the only other
who
Throw
could
person
two.
throw
Throw
two.
two.
who you could throw
Oh.
to.
God, you're on his ass tonight.
you're
man.
on it,
What?
bro. Like,
Beat,
get off his
bro.
dick.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
Brock can play quarterback too.
All right,
probably.
bro.
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
God.
And yeah, so with that being said, I am 100%
Elvis?
starting Jacoby Myers. This
Yeah.
I think Jacoby Myers
yeah.
the last 2 weeks, too,
not doing bad.
he
Luke
came
Combs?
off 9+ targets in both weeks. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
9+
sure.
targets. I was just looking
Aiden
at that.
O'Connell, like he's Aiden O'Connell's favorite target right now.
Yeah. So we can't go wrong with that. And
Monte always loved Aiden.
this week, a lot of people might hate me for it, but unfortunately, I'm sitting Tyreek Hill. No Tua, no
We hate you.
Tyreek.
How could you?
No Tua, no Tyreek. It's a really hard situation going on in
great
Miami
call.
right now. So with that being said, I am unfortunately going to have to sit Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill might be the least fun player to own in fantasy because
Right
it's
now.
like
I'm so disappointed.
like,
You can't
you-
take him out
you're
of
the sit of the
lineup,
week.
but-
Sit of the week. I get it. Like, but he could rip off an 80-yard touchdown and like
He could.
but his
I would-
quarterback
He has it,
can't
though.
throw it.
I would
for-
actually
very
rather
far,
start
so.
Jacoby Myers over Tyreek this week.
I was about to
so painful.
I was about to ask you if
Yeah.
you're sitting Tyreek in Dynasty, but then I looked at your team. Your literal only other option is Darius Slayton.
That's it.
So I'm assuming you're starting Tyreek still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm either starting Tyreek
said
or
Jacoby
Juwan
Myers.
Jennings here.
So I'll put something out there. If Neighbors isn't gonna miss this week, but like if Neighbors were to miss, would you have started Darius Slayton over Tyreek Hill?
If what was the situation?
Neighbors wasn't playing.
If Neighbors wasn't playing, would I be
Eagles.
starting Slayton?
Nah, not over Tyreek, bro.
That's why I'm asking. Like where
Nah,
are we at
there's
with
like a
Tyreek?
fine
No.
line. Not
There
Slayton.
is a fine line there.
Not
yeah.
Slayton.
Okay.
Jacoby
Yeah.
Myers, I'd consider if I was in
Yeah.
that situation.
He's
I'd
more vetted,
consider-
you know?
I
I'd
just like
consider Jacoby
it's probably
over-
it'll probably burn me, but like I just would not be able to physically bring myself to bench Tyreek.
I
Hill.
couldn't do it either.
I'd rather take the loss.
I'd rather be wrong.
The
on
way
Tyreek,
it
yeah.
goes is probably whenever you would bench him would be the week he goes for 500
Yep.
points. So
Right.
Yep.
that's just the way fantasy
Pretty
football
much.
goes.
That's
so.
it, man.
Pretty much.
All right.
My sit of the week at wide receiver is George Pickens. I'm not sure if any of you are even starting him anymore at this point, but if you are, bench his ass. The Jets are a run funnel. They are still a great pass defense, but they are an absolute run funnel. They allow the fourth fewest points per game to the wide receiver position, and I just simply think George Pickens is the only weapon there, and that means that they're going to put all their focus on him. Aside from that, who the fuck is playing quarterback down for down?
Everyone, anybody.
So-
Could be you.
They could.
Could be you. Mike
Mike
Tomlin might
Tomlin
take.
wants challenges, brother.
Mike Tomlin.
Put
That's
my
what
ass out
I
there.
saw someone say. Like Mike Tomlin saw he was 4-2, and he was like, "This isn't 9-8. I gotta get to 9-8. I can't fucking do this."
We're not on pace for this.
Yeah, I completely agree. I made George Pickens my sit of the week as well. I wouldn't play
Nice,
him
man.
anywhere. He was like a big buy low guy for me a few weeks ago because I thought he could just, separate.
Fantasy
but-
footballers were on that too.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, going up against Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, that Jets corner, Michael Carter too. That Jets corner trio is a rough ride. So,
All right. Let me put you on the spot, Tom,
Yeah,
because
go
this
ahead.
is the situation I'm in.
All right, let's see.
Your start of the
you,
week
Matty
versus
J.
your sit of the week. Well, no, but this is specifically.
Oh, yeah,
applies
go
here.
ahead.
This is the situation I'm in. Your start of the week versus your sit of the week. Pop Douglas or George Pickens this week.
I'll go Pop Douglas. Yeah,
Yeah?
I'll go.
Fuck it. I'm 2-4 in this league. Fuck it. Who cares, bro? I don't care.
BTB?
No, this is another
Pop
league that
Douglas
I'm
been
2-4.
He been playing good, man. He playing some good ball. Drake, man, bro, against Jaguar. Come on.
Bro, let's go, Pop. I picked him up for a reason. I didn't pick him up on waivers this week. Let's see how much fab I spent
Pickens
on
is
him.
going for 35.
100%. 100%. 100%.
Pickens gonna catch a monster
Bro,
touchdown.
I spent $2 fab to get Pop Douglas, bro. I
Aw,
got
man,
it.
that's
started,
wild.
bro.
You made it rain on Pop Douglas, man.
You got
Yeah, the only other bidder, only one other guy, he put $0 on him.
Nice.
I outbid him.
You don't know ball.
I dropped Jalen Polk for him.
Wow.
It's ball knowledge, bro. You got to put your feelings to the side sometimes. I love Jalen
gotta make
Polk,
business
but
decisions.
yeah,
Business
I'm playing to win
decisions, man.
championships, not make friends.
Oh yeah.
My sit of the week at wide receiver this week is another guy I'm running it back with. He's a guy who's been one of my favorite sits of the week this whole year. It's Michael Pittman. First reason, did I mention
thinking about
Anthony Richardson sucks at football?
Right. Yeah. He's back.
You got the ultimate stack with your sits of the
Yeah,
week.
I love it. I love it. Anthony Richardson
shits of the
sucks.
week.
Michael Pittman does not have a back that is functioning right now. He didn't really look that good last week. He made a nice touchdown catch, but who was that on? Someone we mentioned earlier who's ass, L'Jarius Sneed.
And who was tossing him the rock?
The mustard man. No.
What?
Anthony, Joe Flacco. Joe
Yep.
Flacco.
Okay. There you go.
Sorry,
You
I
got
was thinking
there.
of the Titans because of,
was-
and I
I
said
was
the
looking, I was
mustard
going,
man
the
instead of
mustard, it's
mayo
mayo.
man, bro.
I was like, what the fuck?
My brain just stopped
Fail
working
all
for a
around.
I was
minute.
looking at him. I was going, Flacco.
Yeah, no, Joe Flacco's not throwing him the ball anymore.
No,
He only
so
had
sad.
5 targets last week. He brought in 3 of them. Like, the touchdown really made him an okay play last week. He wasn't even a good player with the touchdown, but the guy's hurt. And also, he's just not the best wide receiver on this team. And guess what? He might not even be the second best wide receiver on this team. Moving on to the tight end start of the week.
Why
How do you, real
Yeah.
quick, how do you think like the receivers feel that Flacco's not out there anymore? Like
Not
Like
I'm
Jo-
gonna be honest, they're
like-
definitely not happy.
like Josh Downs, bro?
especially, bro.
Eating.
Josh
Alex
Downs.
Pierce is
eating.
probably happy.
Yeah. Alec Pierce is going to get
But
3
Alec
targets.
Pierce the week before went
Flacco
fucking
got him on
What
crazy.
will it take for you to start Alec Pierce? Like
Nothing. I'll never start.
I'll never start
it's
Alec
so
Pierce either.
Nothing.
but it's just like he gets 3 fucking moonshots every
Every
week.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Every
me neither,
week.
but
I
it's just
started
so
him in one of my
funny.
leagues. Yeah. So.
Which week? This week?
Yeah.
He had 0.
Yeah. I know.
He's still a wide receiver 28. Like that's not great,
course.
but like come on.
Not bad.
It's literally
Like,
when
really.
you start him that it's like it,
Oh, I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just,
yeah.
No,
I
that's what,
just-
like
That's
he'll
how
only
that
get
goes.
3 targets, but they'll all be shots down the field. To
You
the
know,
his
his
Yeah.
A-dot is
Flacco
probably like
mixed him on a few of
45.
them.
The only
Yeah,
reason I did
he
is because a lot of my guys were on bye week, so I was like,
Right.
honestly, I was like, fuck it, picked him up
rough
off
out here,
waiver, threw him in there.
Yeah.
Get in the game, Pierce.
pop
I don't give a
Douglas.
fuck.
Because it's
Well, I get it.
honestly it's a boomer bust at that point. Like
100%,
you're
yeah,
just
it's-
betting on the hopeful
Absolutely.
Yeah,
18
I mean,
to 20.
I was
like,
already gonna probably lose that week, so I was like, fuck it, let me just get a guy
shoot
who
for the
Big
upside.
shot, yeah.
fuck it, you
Yeah.
know.
So moving on to the tight ends, we talked about them before. Shout out to the pick aside guys and Drew and Joel on the fantasy reaction because they kind of gave us this idea on their start sits. They abolished the sit of the tight end position last week after me and Dean came up here and said to sit Dalton Kincaid and Trey McBride. We decided that it's time for us to abolish these sits of the tight end position. If you have a guy who's you drafted high, you start him. I was trying to think of something else that rhymed there.
Right,
A
yeah.
guy who's you drafted
Starting
high,
You fly.
you fly.
it fly.
You let it fly, yeah.
Fly with the guy you drafted high.
Yeah.
Ballers, baby.
But yeah, no more sits for the tight ends, only starts. My tight end start of the week is Dalton Schultz of the Houston Texans. Nico Collins still isn't here. He got 8 targets last week, and he was actually the only dude who didn't eat last week. He was the only one who didn't catch a receiving touchdown from C.J. Stroud last week. Tank Dell got one, Diggs got one, and Joe Mixon got one, a receiving touchdown. Dalton
did.
I
Schultz
fear
is-
Schultz may be washed.
got 8 targets last week, and given the fact that the other 3 guys who were getting targets in this offense all scored last week, the way fantasy football goes is he's due.
Yeah,
He's scoring a touchdown this week. If I was gonna make a parlay, I don't think I'm a betting man anymore. I think I'm done with that life for now. But if
Till
I
this
was,
weekend.
if I was making a
Until
parlay,
Sunday.
I'd throw a Dalton Schultz anytime in there. That's probably why it's time for me to
nutty.
quit.
Right.
That's nutty.
That's how you know it's time to hang him up.
It's good value though.
Wait, we're throwing Dalton Schultz in for a touchdown this week?
No.
Let's just note that
Pete,
really quick.
no.
No, we are.
dude.
Start of the
Oh,
week.
we're
I mean,
doing it.
yeah, we
He's
are.
due. Yo, don't. He's due, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
He's due.
Oh, I'm feeling you.
My start of the week at tight end is another Patriot. I like this man, Drake, man. I'm going with Hunter Henry, man. This Jacksonville defense sucks ass. Hunter Henry is good for 3 good fantasy football weeks every year. He put up 19 in 1 week. He put up 13 last week. The third one's coming. Trust it. I know Hunter Henry. It's tough because sometimes you see him on waivers and you're like, man, this guy had 15 last week. He had 7 targets. Hell yeah, I'm throwing him in my lineup. And then, what is it?
Goose egg.
Points, goose egg, yeah. But Hunter Henry putting up a good game. Drake May slinging that rock. Start him.
That's top 15 in fantasy PPR points since 2010 amongst the tight end
That
position.
is
Hunter
good-
Henry.
He's a good ball player.
Numero 15.
Good ball
baby.
player. Tight end 12 on the year. Just
Mr. Quinceañera over there.
Quinceañera.
Quinceañera.
Start him.
All right, so my tight end full send of the week is Kate Otten. It doesn't feel good.
Good God.
It doesn't feel good. It never does. Any of these tight ends.
The tight ends had a good week last week overall, but like it's not been pretty, man.
It's Baltimore. As I said, it's a pass funnel. This is another one of those situations where it's a pass funnel, and it should be high scoring. It's not. It's always gross. I hate these tight end starts of the week because it's always gross. As the fantasy footballers say, you need like steel underpants for this one. Like it's
Steel underpants.
yeah, you
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
it's gonna get dirty and nasty. So
All right,
Yeah.
Pete.
It was a little bit tough for me on this one, but I know for sure who I would sit, but I know we're not talking about that right
You
now.
can throw it out there if you want. I mean,
I am 100% sitting Mark Andrews.
come on, man. He caught a tug last
did
week,
call it
right?
tug.
It's fool's gold. It's
Bro,
fool's gold.
I'm telling you right now, like
they're preserving
I
that man
literally
for the playoffs.
just dropped him in Kev's league, and then Bevan picked him up.
Bro, I was sleeping on waivers this week. I didn't even know he was there. I totally would have picked him up, but yeah.
Fuck you.
Bro, me and Ortiz.
But I don't think I had the priority
are in
anyway.
his- sorry, side note. Me and Ortiz are in his one of his like hospital leagues. It's called the Gotham League. It's a 10-man league.
Yeah.
$100 buy-in. We split the team, so 50 each.
Yeah.
We're 1-5 now, bro. We just can't freaking win a game. It's just like we lost by I think 0.4 last
Yeah, a
week.
lot
Like,
of shit's luck, man.
we had 100% start sit accuracy and lost by 0.4. Like it
That's
just wasn't meant to
horrific.
be. Yeah.
100% starts it.
Yeah, like we started all the right guys. Tank Dell finally came through for us.
Yes,
like
he
we
did.
made the right decisions. It just wasn't our freaking week,
Yeah.
bro. But I was sleeping on waivers in this week, and I guess we missed him because of the bye. But someone in this league freaking dropped Jalen Waddle, bro. And of course,
What?
they like
That's
drop
nuts.
everyone in this week, and like
That's
I
insane.
really like don't pay attention anymore
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we're 1-5. Like it's over, but.
It's not over.
It's never over.
Obviously, the person who picked up Jalen Waddle is first place in the league, 5-1. Frank Berardi.
Right. Bardo, legend.
Bard's first in that league and first in BTB.
Bard knows
He's
ball,
in
man.
Manzo's league
team
with you
is
guys.
stacked in BTB.
Yeah, he's in Manzo's league with you guys.
Yeah.
Is he in first place there too?
No, but I think he's 4-2.
Yeah. Shout out to Bard, bro.
Shout out
Having a
Bardo,
good
man.
fantasy
He's
league
dog.
all year, bro.
He's cooking.
Shout out
He
to
usually doesn't cook like this, but he makes a million transactions.
Bard knows what he's doing.
Bard
bro.
knows ball, bro.
Bard
Yeah.
knows ball. Yeah.
Bard
Shout out
knows
to
ball.
Bard for getting Jalen Waddle off the
I don't
waivers,
think I've
bro.
ever seen someone more attentive to
I know.
every
I used to
single
think it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
me,
yeah.
but
move.
Bard's in that shit.
Bard is locked the fuck into every move. It's
So Pete,
unbelievable.
start of the week. Who is it?
I mean, this might go back to like a Saquon kind of start, but like I want to put so much emphasis on Evan Ingram this week. Like I'm so happy he's
That's a good
back.
call.
No, it's a good call.
Bro, he was
eats,
10
bro.
for 10 last week. 10 targets, 10 receptions. Bro is an animal.
Was
Fucking
he
animal.
one of the drop touchdowns?
No,
No.
well, he's
right?
10 for
Right.
10. So
Oh,
Bro, he's
duh,
10 for
yeah.
10. I mean, he didn't get a touchdown, but like
Trev loves him, bro.
Trevor
he does. I
Lawrence.
tried
it's
to warn
he's-
everyone about Christian
he's
Kirk
clearly,
last
fucking
week
hate
too.
him.
clearly his favorite target. Like, and
Yeah.
with that being said, like if you got him and like you're debating between starting him and like fucking Trey McBride or something, or even like Brock Bowers or for our Cole Kmet lovers, like start Evan Ingram, man.
I mean, he's
like
what he's
No, do
he's-
not start Evan Ingram over Brock Bowers. I'm
I will
sorry.
100% start
I mean,
Evan Ingram over
do
Brock Bowers,
that.
bro.
Evan Ingram would set the record for most receptions by a tight end in a season last year, and
did.
obviously it's he's been injured this season, but it looks like he picked up right where he left off. Like,
Bro,
targets, 10
he's
receptions.
looking
yeah,
great,
I mean,
man. I
He's
was
just PPR. He's a machine. I wouldn't start him over Brock Bowers, but shit, with this matchup versus the Patriots defense, who really isn't all that good, they were overhyped in the offseason. They're just not a good
They
unit.
also
Yeah.
traded Judon too. So
But
Right.
too much.
But yeah, no, Evan Ingram's gonna keep eating. I'd probably have him. I don't know rankings off the top of my head, but he's
top.
probably a top five
Five
tight end
tight end,
start
yeah,
this week.
yeah,
Easy, yeah.
So, my ESPN league, my most expensive league, every week I make the wrong choice in Kyle Pitts versus Cole Kmet. So we're gonna do it here,
Yo, it's Kyle,
Kyle
Pitts,
Pitts.
bro. Come on, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all,
bro.
the two
I
of you,
keep
no,
starting
it's
him.
100%
Just
Kyle
start him,
Pitts.
bro.
It's not even a question.
bro. Cole Kmet is not having two
Bro,
touchdowns.
you're gonna start fucking Cole
Didn't he-
Kmet over.
did he do it this past
over,
week, right?
Cole
Kmet had
Kmet,
two
Cole Kmet's
Oh,
a tight end
that's-
3.
That means he's having 3
But
bad
that's
games.
because he had two, monster games. Look at his other games.
Yeah, don't
so right.
don't give me
Bro, try
that
and
Cole
trade
Kmet
Cole
shit,
Kmet,
bro.
bro.
I get it though.
Nobody-
Kyle Pitts could
nobody
still
wants
like
it.
have like a
10-man
floor
league. It's
game.
hard to.
It's
It's
a
hard
10
to.
and 3.
No, I mean, I
Kyle
just
Pitts could have still have a floor
Bro,
game, but like
trust Kyle Pitts, bro.
yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna
don't
do it. I'm
listen.
gonna do it
Don't
just
listen
'cause-
to that in terms of trust Kyle Pitts.
Trust
Don't
Kyle
trust
Pitts.
Well,
Kyle
you're
Pitts.
outvoted 2-1. So
But no, I was.
Oh, you called
I
Kyle
was
Pitts. My
also
bad. Yeah,
picking
all right.
Kyle Pitts.
Fuck,
Damn.
Look, man, I'm starting Kyle Pitts, so I'm riding the wave with you this week, and it's in my ESPN league,
do it.
which is my also most expensive league.
Yeah.
I tried
Let's do it.
trading him for Jake Ferguson. It was not working.
I tried trading him for Hawk when he put up a goose egg.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
I almost had it.
Interesting.
but
Hawks
Kevin's
coming
a-
back
Kevin's
in a couple
bitch.
weeks. Hawks coming
Might
back in a
be
couple
back
weeks.
this week.
Maybe
Yeah.
back this week. Apparently, he's done great in his recovery, so
Yeah.
he's looking good. So
All right.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's everything. That's our fantasy football start. Fantasy football start sits for week 7. If you guys have
There it
any
is.
start six questions for us, drop them in the comments. Matty J will answer them because I will give you guys the wrong answers as always. So if the BallGame account answers, do the opposite. If Matty J or Tom or Pete answers in the comments, listen to them.
Hell
I've been
yeah.
on a heater, so
Yeah, Matty J's been good with helping you guys out in the comments, steering you guys in the right direction. Start sits, questions, drop them for us. Trade questions, anything fantasy football related that you need advice on. What defense should you start? What kicker should you pick up? Anything fantasy football. Let us know in the comments. Follow us on all our socials. Definitely check out our TikTok for any trivia and fun other content that you guys will not be seeing on the YouTube. You guys don't see on the YouTube. So a lot of fun content on the TikTok. So go check that out. Big things coming in the future. Basketball pod dropping probably Saturday. You guys are seeing this Friday morning. So Saturday, or maybe I'll hold it till Monday. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Saturday or Monday, basketball pod dropping. So be on the lookout for that. And with that,
Ball
Ball
game.
game.